Inclusive education is the right to active participation and achieving equity through engagement in all aspects of daily life. Inclusive education is important to ensure all students are treated with equity and are able to achieve the results to the best of their ability. This resource is an end-of-lesson exit slip. This exit slip is to be filled out at the end of each lesson and handed to the classroom teacher to provide them with an understanding of what each student knows and understands about the topic just taught. There are 7 principles of inclusive education as shown below. These principles are important to ensure all students are included within the classroom without disadvantage, as well as providing access to all students. There are 2 principles of inclusive education which are highly demonstrated in the resource created. The first principle is valuing diversity. This principle is demonstrated enormously through the exit slip resource. The exit slip values diversity as it allows every student the opportunity to express their feelings with each topic. This resource allows the teacher to value every student from every different background, religion, and any other characteristic. It meets each child's individual needs as the teacher is provided with the information needed to see where the child is with the work provided, showing the teacher areas of improvement. It is important for teachers to recognize and acknowledge the learning differences between each student. The second principle supporting the resource created is matching pedagogy with student needs. It is important for all teachers to match their pedagogy with the needs of their students to allow the students the opportunity to achieve well academically. If the teachers do not match their pedagogy with the students subject understanding would not develop, thus learning would not be occurring. Due to the varying levels of achievement, it is important for teachers to differentiate their teaching to meet every student's needs. The resource supports this principle as the exit slips will inform the teacher on the student's level of achievement, thus working to further develop their understanding. This resource is created in alignment with the Melbourne Declaration of Educational Goals for Young Australians 2008. This resource promotes goals 1 and 2 through allowing every individual to succeed through their learning progression given to the teacher from each child's feedback. According to the Disability Discrimination Act 1992, every person with a disability can study at any educational facility and is to be treated the same as any other student without discrimination. The resource is not discriminatory as it does not identify or classify students in categories and provides equity to all. The Australian Curriculum and Assessment Authority 2018 states that student diversity is important and it aims to develop a curriculum which promotes excellence within education and meets the needs of all individuals. The resource would be used at the end of each lesson. The teacher can determine any additional questions they would like to know the answer to from the students and add it onto the slip depending on the subject. The students will then fill out the slip before concluding the lesson, and then the teacher will collect it. Upon collection, the teacher would then review the information to improve their learning or to help plan the following lessons to further develop the students' understanding of the topic. The resource also requires the students to summarize what they have already learned and write it down, helping develop their own learning and reword the information showing their understanding. The slip may benefit and assist students with their processing and writing skills as well. If some students in the class are academically low and struggling with writing words or sentences, the teacher can make adjustments accordingly, for example having the students read out their answer and the teacher fills out the form for them. This then includes all students and uses the resource in an inclusive way as the teacher is still receiving the information as well as the students still providing the feedback. The resource promotes the social and emotional well-being of all students in various ways. If the students are able to provide their feedback to the teacher, they are expressing how they feel towards a topic, making them feel as though their learning is important and valued by the teacher. If the students have the opportunity to express how they feel about the content, the teacher is then an approachable adult and the students will feel more safe and supported. By having the teacher collect the exit slip, it is private and confidential to eliminate the possibility of humiliation and embarrassment between students. If the students have to express how they are going with the topic in front of their peers, they may lie about it to prevent bullying from their peers, thus the teacher would not know which students are struggling. This resource is inclusive for all students with and without a disability, as well as those from different backgrounds and religions. The resource recognizes that all students learn differently, and it is important for teachers to understand this and adjust their pedagogy to ensure all students receive the best education possible.